It is turning into a fact to be residing in a rustic like South Africa, wherein all opportunities can take place, particularly in relation to preventing positions. The purpose for this due to the fact that Deputy President of the African National Congress David Mabuza has allegedly been concerned in an automobile accident. This came about on Sunday morning, while David Mabuza became attending the Dlamini Zuma Gala dinner. The gala dinner, which became scheduled to take place on Sunday, ended in a tragedy for the Deputy President. Some of the human beings stated that maximum ANC participants need to remove him, due to the placement he's contesting for the elective convention for you to begin at the 6th to 19th of December. This concept became thrown out with the aid of using a random Twitter consumer, with the aid of using the call of undergraduate journalist news. He stated that they're looking to remove David Mabuza's second-time period deputy president. It looks like participants of the ANC do not need records to copy itself, because the identical component is occurring to the contemporary president of South Africa Cyril Ramaphosa. We want David Mabuza rapid recuperation, and we are hoping his presence involves mild on the elective convention in December. David Mabuza can be hoping that this incident does now no longer forestall him from taking part, however it ought to simple as be temptations and trials. What is a consumption in this depend, and why do you are saying so? Again, Arthur Fraser ought to be investigated for his position with inside the illegal and in all likelihood corrupt launch of. Now you are subsequently getting it gradual Bram. The order left Zuma and threw Arthur Fraser below the bus. I am assuming that they're going in opposition to him, due to his position with inside the Fala saga. It is manner larger than the parole component, so Zuma have to be charged due to the fact Arthur launched him. Arthur ordered the launch. He deliberately broke the paw, consequently have to account. Unless in case you are announcing Zuma launched himself, then he may be charged. You hallucinating chief, their skeletons will now no longer permit them to, so forestall with conspiracy theories. Why, us fools try and join matters that ain't connected. I suggest any commissioners, whether or not is Fraser or every person else, dismissing legal guidelines and policies of that department. The courtroom docket would have determined in opposition to that. How does that hook up with Fala? SA is alive of fools' opportunities. He ought to be right away arrested, now no longer investigated. He undermined our legal guidelines. How approximately individuals who illegal arrested Zuma? We didn't care approximately them and their wrongdoings rights. Arthur is entitled to interpret the regulation how he sees it fit. It's then for the courts to rectify. In any other case, contemporary judges and legal professionals whose decisions have been set apart ought to be arrested. He became jailed unlawfully. My query, have been your fathers arrested for apartheid genocide? A racist born with the aid of using murderers is the ultimate character to mention shit here. I'm simply amazed that he stays with inside the workplace or that position. I knew the ruling had the entirety to do with looking Fraser's head. Intimidation may not make Fala crime disappear. He were given away with Marikana, he were given too comfortable. We ought to additionally mark you and the uncle now no longer to steer the commissioner in executing his responsibilities. It won't make Pala pass away. In fact, why are you now no longer involved? Approximately that. Pala isn't going away if you have forgotten. We want to ship all apartheid criminals to jail. I do not recognize this component of politicians protecting one another, but they deceive the general public approximately serving the human beings. Possibly he launched him unlawfully, due to the fact he failed to recognize the illegal incarceration of F-Press without trial. How about investigating spies planted with inside the ANC and land thief like your fathers? Settlers who does not need to move again, such as your red noise. Unlawful launch from the unlawful sentence. Your Bram very a good deal one-minded, and this surveils your empty head capacity. They ought to look at you and that workplace you occupy, a community house. What number of overseas dealers are with inside the employment of that workplace? Who investment you and why? Investigation to decide whether or not he acted wrongfully or in a biased way can be waste of assets due to the fact we already realize that. Furthermore, it isn't a crime for a central authority legitimate to be dependable or biased to a political party. Fitness for workplace is likewise